요즘 직원들 this time I asked Brian Moon to come and give us a little prayer for our meeting here today.
Ceremony Ichigan Yangani, Ichikanaman, Ichikanamago. I've been asked to say a prayer for a successful meeting today. It's a venture that's kind of new and reserved, Maishkonegani. When I say, we were just Toman gas station as in the Kabek. And my prayers will be to a positive venture for all of us. I just wish that we have more workers. The more of us to make a decision, because we're going to have to make it jointly, along with Pine Creek with CV. To our package on these one of you. The often as gas bar as in the Kabek, at all that. Nandukeho. Magigawa in my own language, in our language, isn't the way in the soul danimak. Bobosenda and Kingom Jimamanusek, Ugoma Segomoniak, and Winatamarong. Web to Anukin, the Ofenajinika, Nando Kanskeo, you give it going, Sasha Sema and Natamana, Mamu Jonah Kim Pine Creek Flow, because it is one of the we need to know where Amamu Higito, Ishewa and the Mek, Chisha and the Stick, the Ino Manatama. It is a new venture, and I pray that all go well. And I thank the Chief Council and all the participants from the business venture that are here. Jimmy,
So once again, I welcome everybody here to our information. I've been asked to chair this meeting. My name is Darcy Malcolm. I am from the Info First Nation. So to our agenda items here very shortly, but housekeeping, I know people have been asking, smoking with respect to our elders, we got the if we can refrain from smoking, if we can, if you need to take a smoke break, there's a place just out in the hallway here that we can take a smoke break if you need one. So you'll see the agenda items here. We have people that will be presenting in regards to what this is all about. As the elder just mentioned, it's a joint venture initiative with First Nation, Pine Creek First Nation, and later on we'll be calling up the chief and he giving us a summary of how this began. And we have our reps from Indigenous Services Canada here to my right, and they will be talking about the process, which has a complex process to get to where we're at today. It's up to the people now to, this time to listen to this presentation to see, what does it mean to you, and to be able to, if you really want something like this to happen for our station, with Pine Creek Station, as an elder mentioned, it could be a land, piece of land that has been bought for stations and hoping to convert it to reserve status, so that we can build some economic development opportunities on this piece of land, which would be jointly owned by the nations. So we have some, like I said, ISK will be here on those items. We also have on the business side of it, we have the project led by left here, Eric Ducharme and his company, ODK Engineering, will be leading the project in terms of design and construction. So moving after, once we begin the design part of it, Eric and his company will be the ones that part of the project. We've already had a couple of session was had in Pine Creek already. Pine Creek had their information session at Pine Creek First Nation. We also had an off-reserve session in Winnipeg. Now, these are unofficial sessions, and this session is also an unofficial session. This is what they are considered. But the next sessions that we have here and in Pine Creek and in Winnipeg will be the official sessions, and they'll be taking place June 13, 14, and 15. They're on the back of your agenda. So if you want to look at that, just make note that, if you wanted to attend any of those sessions, by all means, you're invited. So this process, but I'm going to pass the mic over here to right here, and they'll go their script presentations. Just so that people know, this session is being streamed on the Edmonton First Nation Facebook page. It's also being streamed on Pine Creek First Nation Facebook page. It's also on there on 101.3 FM for those people due to mobility that can make it to our session here. It is streamed. It is on there on 101.3 FM. So without further ado, I'm going to be passing the mic over to Gail Diaz. He's the analyst I missed one agenda item here. Before we go into Gail's presentation, I'm going to call up Chief Dejaris to do some opening remarks. Sorry about that, Dejaris.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wayne Desjardins, Chief of the Edmonton First. I'd just like to welcome each and every one of you. I'd like to thank Brian for that prayer. And all the people that are here today from ISC, OK Engineering, Brittany from Pine Creek, people that have been, I know Brenda has been on this file for the last, probably right from the beginning when we first, before COVID, 3 years ago, I showed us. But anyways, you know, I'd like to have the former chiefs and councillors of the past that have opened this door for us. Chief Holden was one of the people that signed land in Dauphin along with Pine Creek. At the beginning, there was 8 First Nations involved. The 2 First Nations are the ones that ended up paying for this land right beside Super 8, right beside McDonald's in Dauphin. We have worked hard for the last 3 years with lawyers, with ISC, with different groups, with Petro-Canada. You know, all the things that we've gone through throughout the last few years. It's not an overnight thing, and the processes were long. Today we have ISC here, and they're going to be explaining. We're going to be voting on 2 things at a later time. Because they're going to be the ones to explain exactly how the processes came about and what we need to do as a group or as a community of Pine Creek and Edmonton. We need to have a vote for the APR process. That means addition to reserve. That's where it often lands. That's 2 groups, Pine Creek and Edmonton. And we're also going to make a vote to see at a later time to see if we would like that gas station there. Those are the 2 things that we're going to be voting for today. But today is going to be the discussion on what or how and where we're at. Now, but you get you a little commando why, eh? So we're speaking because I never were that. You got me to go to my you have a getting old, I get who you stood there with it. I need any summer. Could you be ready to do it?
It should be right, Chief. So yeah, as Chief said, there's going to be a vote process that's going to be taking place later on, within the next month and a half. Our voting date will be July 11th. Pine Creek voting, I believe, is July 10th, Brenda? July 10th, I believe, is in Pine Creek. July 11th and full. And then after July 11th, the First Nations are going to take their ballots. And this is where these ballots are going to be. See if both First Nations vote in favor of what the artists have just talked about. Voting, the counting will be also streamed on Facebook. Edmonton and First Nation, Edmonton and Pine Creek. I guess now we can give us directly into our presentations. And as Chief said, you know, if you have questions regarding this process, regarding this specific project, please ask those questions regarding this project here. ESC representatives here, we've been working with for a very long time, along the consultants and the lawyers. They have the answers to these questions that you may have in regards to the process. So without further ado, I'm going to be calling up, passing the mic on over to Gabriel Munoz. He's the analyst, Additional Reserve, Indigenous Services Canada.
Hey, Darcy. I want to extend my thank you to Edmonton First Nation Reserve today. So, as mentioned, my name is Munoz. I'm the analyst working with Edmonton First Nation and Reserve process on this joint. So, I'm going to go over the general Indigenous Reserve ATR process, and that goes the way in which land is added to reserve base for the use and the benefit of the First Nations. Right now, we're currently following the 2016 addition to reserve policy, and before land can be set to reserve status, and those include requiring requesting and reviewing the title as it's held to be simple, meaning in partnership by the Economic Development Corporations of both Pine Creek and Flow. Environmental site assessments to determine the environmental state of the land on in just a little bit. A survey or boundary certainty document declaring exactly what the boundaries are. Any third-party interest resolution, and in this case, a joint reserve vote, which requires that both First Nations, or in the case of more, all First Nations memberships vote yes. And all that's needed for that is a simple majority, meaning that if 10 people show up, 6 vote yes, that's all that's needed. Or those proportions, just 50% plus 1. Now, one of the required documents is also what's known as a governance and management agreement, which has been created by both First. And what that does is outlines the way that the joint reserve will be managed. And that covers everything from establishing the council, which is the governing body of the joint reserve, as well as term limits, elders council, governance of the land, delegations of authority, be they administrative, financial. It has sections regarding dispute resolutions, laws and bylaw application, as well as general provisions. And all of those will be described in more detail. So, decisions are made by governing council, and that's made up of, rather, initially the council is made up of the chief and councils of both First Nations, so it will be 10 members large. A general quorum is 6 members, with a minimum of 3 from each First Nation present. And there are 2 general mechanisms for passing resolutions. One is the ordinary council resolution, which handles items such as contracts, agreements, commitments, declarations of projects on the land, as well as the administrative authority, financial authority, delegated authority. The second resolution, or the second method of resolution, is the special council resolution. And that is related to anything scale, such as selling the land, surrendering portions or all of the land, disposal of land, and voluntary exchange of land. And that requires all 10 board members to be present and to vote in agreement. Now, I mentioned bylaws and laws a little earlier. When it comes to which apply on the joint reserve, they need to be jointly passed by each First Nation. Individual bylaws for each First Nation will not apply on the joint reserve land unless both First Nations vote individually on applying those laws to the land. Now, as it's a joint reserve between 2 nations, there will be a 50-50 split in the land, and the business that is leasing the land is called PCEF, Property Management, and is owned 50-50 by individual First Nations development corporations, and that same business will be the one that is operating the headlands on the land. There is a dispute model in place, as outlined by the governance and management, which deals with the progression of any dispute resolution, moving first from informal discussions, mediation by the Elders Council. Afterwards, binding arbitration can be recommended by other parties should the dispute not be resolved yet. Moving forward, a governance model is required by the additions to reserve policy, as managing a joint reserve can be quite complex, and it can be a little complicated, especially one involving economic and business development. As it's a reserve between 2 First Nations, the government of Canada can't get involved in any dispute or disagreement that the First Nations have in the management or application of the joint reserve. So there does need to be mechanisms in place strong enough to resolve any conflicts that should arise. The process in the governance and management agreement was developed by First Nations, the legal counsel, as well as input from the consultant on the file. There are minimums that the government of Canada requires, stemming from the ATM policy, and those include cost emissions, for the creation of management requirements for unanimity for legal decisions, as well as equal and undivided interest and right for all First Nations involved. Either for a joint reserve or for any reserve within city limits or a municipality. It's something known as the Municipal Development and Services Agreement. And that covers topics around the agreement, general and specific services provided, insurance provisions, land development, and access provisions. And they generally cover which services will be provided by the municipality. In this case, items such as water, sewage, snow removal, fire protection, infrastructure services, and fees for those services provided. As mentioned earlier, there is a requirement for an environmental site assessment to be completed on the land. And what that does is it identifies the impact state and whether it is acceptable or not for reserve creation. Currently, the environmental site assessment is awaiting some final documents prior to completion. But at the moment, all the signs point to the land being free of any contamination and suitable for reserve creation. Now, I've discussed a few documents in my speech today. The governance and management agreement is one, and the municipal development services agreement are another. Those are all available at the table to my right. Should you wish to read any of those, we have our copies available. So if you like, I'm happy